Okay, welcome back. In this lesson, we will be making a motion graphic title. Okay, let's get started in composition 1080p, 10 seconds. Okay. Okay, we will create a new solid. It'll be light blue. Make comp size. Okay. We'll click it. We will press enter and we'll call this background. Enter. We will then create new text and we will call this motion graphic. We will increase the size of this to around 100. We will then center this by going to proportional grid and once again lining up the red squares with that line and these red squares with that line. We will center the anchor point. Go back to the selection tool. We will turn off the proportional grid. So the next thing we can start doing is animating. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go into transform, scale, make a keyframe, and then at the very beginning we're going to place it to 0. So what this does so far is it scales up all the way to there. Then what I want it to do is up until 9 seconds I want it to slowly grow. So it'll just be about to there. And then from that point on I want it to take off and zoom right past the camera. So what that's going to do is it's going to go all the way. It's going to keep going, and if you want, actually you can hold shift and it'll speed up the grow much faster all the way to that. So it just turns to black. So what we're going to do is we're going to select all the keyframes and make sure that there is no auto bezier selected, which there is not, so we are good. We will make this one easy ease in. We will make this one easy ease out. So right now it goes like that, then it's slow grow, and then it goes shoo. So the way that looks, it's a slow grow for a few seconds, and then it zooms out quickly. Now the way the text is centered right now, it doesn't look the best for when it zooms out. So if we wanted to fix that, another cool way is you could go make a position frame there, and then at the end you could just move it to the right. And the way that looks is like that. It moves all, it's just a slow zoom in, and then it goes like that. So what we could do is you could even go a little further. Now if we click here and scroll out, we can see where it is now. So if we wanted, we could even make it go a little further, which would help with the animation. Okay, so let's go to fit. Okay, the next thing we can do is add a fast blur to our text. Turn on the keyframe. Set it to 25, then move our timeline cursor to 1 second in, change our fast blur to 0, then we can go to the end and then open up the text, effects, fast blur, and then right here we can make another keyframe that's exactly the same as the last, and then we will go to the very end. And then we will set either down here or up here back to 25. So the idea is it starts out of focus and comes in, and then it leaves out of focus just a bit though, but because it goes so quick out of screen, it might make sense to do it right there. So let's move that off so the animation happens quicker for the fast blur. Okay. So if we want to exaggerate that, we can make this up to 100, for example. So it goes Okay, so we can actually delete that, and here's another way to do that. So another thing we can do is use the After Effects built-in motion blur. So let's turn on the Master Motion Blur button, and then on the motion graphic text layer, let's turn on motion blur, and then we'll see here at the very end by we'll press 0 here, it adds some slight motion blur based on the keyframe animation on that layer. I like using the fast blur as opposed to the built-in motion blur inside After Effects, because with the fast blur you actually get a little more control and you're able to blur it as much as you'd like. Alright, that's it for this lesson, and I'll see you guys in the next one.